Welcome back to News Team. I am Adair Teuton. We begin with heartbreaking news. A body found in Boulder Canyon last week has been identified as missing CU freshman Megan Trussell. This tragic loss has shaken the CU community, and our thoughts are with Megan's family, friends, and loved ones during this difficult time. News Team reporter Maddie McManus visited the memorial set up in her honor and has more.
Behind me is the memorial for Megan Trussell, an 18-year-old CU student and Colorado local whose body was found up Boulder Canyon Saturday, February 15th. The heartwarming words, "We love you, Megan," as friends and family have left stuffed animals, flowers, and candles to celebrate the things they loved most about Megan. Megan was reported missing to the CU Boulder Police Department on Wednesday, February 12th after her family and friends hadn't heard from her for 3 days. CU sent out an email to students and faculty on Saturday after Megan's body was discovered up Boulder Canyon near mile marker 40. But many members of the CU community are still faced with questions about the details of this horrible tragedy. I think some of that confusion may come from the obscurity of where her body was found. I'm standing here in a parking lot near mile 40 up Boulder Canyon, but her body was actually found a little further into the canyon in a hard-to-reach spot where she had to be rappelled out. Although Boulder County Coroner's Office has yet to release an official cause of death, police released a statement this past Tuesday saying, based on our joint investigation thus far, we do not believe there is or was a threat to the community, insinuating there's no foul play expected at this time. As the community and students await for more details, there are numerous resources available for mental health and support during this difficult time. Hopefully in the next few days we have more details about this investigation, but as of now, that's all the information that we have. I'm Maddie McManus with News Team Boulder.
On Wednesday, freezing temperatures may have contributed to a significant flooding in the environmental design building. A heating coil in the second floor utility room ruptured, sending a flow of water down the north corridor. Water entered a computer lab, research space, and equipment room operated by the College of Media, Communication, and Information. Work crews managed to stop the flooding, but not before it leaked into classrooms and offices on the floor below. The full extent of the damages is still being determined.
Boulder is about to implement its year-long project, Vision Zero Study, which hopes to eliminate serious injuries from traffic accidents in Boulder County. The study looked into crash trends that lead to serious injuries and even fatalities. Based on the results, the project team identified safety solutions that will lead to new traffic policies. For example, installing median barriers, rumble strips, and painting well-marked bike lanes. The project is seeking feedback from the public. You can take a survey on the Boulder County website. Coming up after this short break, we will give you some tips for staying healthy in school.
The CU Boulder pool was closed due to an infectious parasite, but quickly reopened. News Team Emma Stanfield tells us more.
What we know is this: the CU Rec Center indoor pool, which is right behind me, was closed and then reopened quickly with no alerts about the pathogen sanitation process.
This affects students like Caitlin Ellis, who is a CU student training for an Ironman, which requires her to be in the CU pool multiple times a week.
This is the main pool that I rely on because it's included. The rec center pool is included in my tuition, so I don't have access to any other pool.
Which is why she was shocked she didn't receive a rec center alert about a parasite in the pool she frequently swims in.
Oh, I actually found out through social media, through this Instagram account, CU Buff Chicks, that posted today what looks like an email screenshot of the fact that there was someone who contracted crypto, which is a parasitic infection that can live in the water for up to 10 days.
According to Rec Center Director Tony Price, the outbreak wasn't big enough to notify students like Caitlin. Instead, he notified swim teams.
That one case didn't warrant a mass communication to either the campus or rec center users around why the pool was closed.
But CU's silence surrounding the matter has left students like Caitlin very frustrated.
I was just a little bit annoyed to hear this from social media rather than from the rec center itself, as someone who uses the pool pretty regularly.
The Rec Center staff told me that the pool has been shocked and is safe to swim in, but declined to comment further about future alerts or anything else surrounding this matter. I'm Emma Stanfield with News Team Boulder.
Cold weather isn't all Colorado has in store for us this winter. Flu cases are on the rise. CU has released numerous tips to keep yourself healthy and stop the spread this season. According to UC Health, there has been a recent spike in COVID-19, the flu, and the highly contagious stomach bug, the norovirus. CU is encouraging all students to wash their hands regularly with soap and water for at least 20 seconds to help stop the spread of germs. The university is also reminding students to use their elbows to cover their mouths when coughing and sneezing, and to wear a mask if these symptoms are persistent. Practice healthy habits such as getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night and carrying a reusable water bottle to stay hydrated throughout the day. Students can also get a free flu shot by making an appointment with medical services at Wardenburg Health Center, located on campus. CU is reminding all students to stay home if they're feeling sick, monitor their symptoms, inform their professors, and seek care if needed. Protect the herd and stay healthy, Buffs.
And it's not just washing your hands that will help you stay healthy. Washing your fresh produce will help remove harmful bacteria that can sometimes be found on them. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains how to choose and wash fresh produce to keep it safe to eat.
It's recommended that adults eat up to 2 cups of fruit and around 3 cups of veggies every day as part of a healthy diet. But experts say you also have to keep that fresh produce safe.
Truth is that unwashed vegetables and fruits can be contaminated, not just with dirt, but also bacteria and fungi and viruses or pesticides.
Health officials say a large number of foodborne illnesses in the U.S. are due to germs on fresh produce, and safety starts at the store. The CDC says to choose fruits and veggies that aren't damaged or bruised, and keep them separate from raw meat, poultry, and seafood in your shopping cart and grocery bags. The safest way to enjoy fresh produce is to cook it, but washing it in cold running water will also help.
Start with clean hands, surfaces, and utensils. Discard any damaged leaves. Rinse or rub until the surface of your produce no longer looks dirty. You should also dry anything you're not going to immediately eat before putting it away. So blot it with a dry paper towel, for example, or run it through a salad spinner.
Experts say to get fruits and veggies home and in the fridge in 2 hours or less, and store them separate from raw meat, poultry, and seafood.
Now there are exceptions. Berries, cherries, grapes, for example. To help them last longer, store them unwashed in the refrigerator and wash only when you're ready to eat.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
To avoid cross-contamination, experts say also use different cutting boards for fruits and veggies than you do for raw meats, poultry, and seafood. And wash cutting boards, countertops, and utensils with hot soapy water before and after cutting fruits and veggies. Coming up, I will tell you more about what changes to expect in our weather. Stay tuned. This past week, we've been stuck in a deep Arctic freeze, experiencing temperatures we haven't seen since 2006. But relief is finally on the way. Just don't put those winter coats away just yet. Saturday starts off icy, but climbs to a heat wave of 48 degrees, our warmest day in a while. Enjoy it while it lasts, because Sunday takes a turn, increasing to 55 degrees with gusty winds up to 9 miles per hour and scattered showers rolling in. And next week, the weather roller coaster continues. Monday holds steady at 57 degrees, but by Tuesday, temps rise to 59 degrees with light rain. Midweek stays chilly and breezy in the low 49 degrees, and by Friday, another system brings rain, wind, and even a few snowflakes in the higher elevations, with temps dipping to 58 degrees. So whether it's freezing cold or just Colorado cold, stay ready for anything.
Art has long been a powerful medium for social expression and commentary, and a new exhibit inside the Art and History Museum is no exception. What began as a class project has transformed into a bold statement on the violence against women, inspired by a not-so-normal walk home from class. Sophia Anglazos is here to tell us more.
Well, my art is it's basically a depiction of the female body, and it's severed and it's nailed against the wall. And to me, it represents the goal, I guess, behind it is for it to represent the commodification of women, the objectification of women.
According to the Annual Security and Fire Safety Report, annual crime rate statistics from CU Boulder show increased reports of crime on campus, including hate crimes and sexual assault. Smith's art exhibit gives us a closer look of what it means to be a woman, not just in terms of identity, but in navigating a world where women's bodies are often sites of violence, control, and judgment.
For me, when I look at my art, it sort of captures this feeling that my body is not entirely my own. Through porn and through sex trafficking and through Roe v. Wade getting overturned, like this whole thing that, you know, like women's bodies have never fully been our own.
What also sparked Smith's creative idea was when an ordinary walk back from class left her shocked and scared. A mannequin, severed and vandalized.
I was walking home from class about 2 weeks ago, and it had been cut in half. They had put tape over her mouth. They had tied her neck to a chair with tape and drilled screws into her stomach. So it was just like this really overt display of violence against women.
That fractured figure became more than just an object. It became a question and a realization. One this installation dares you to answer.
The mannequin really sparked something in me. It was I guess I didn't really realize that people still believed that way, or I don't know, that somebody would be confident enough and feel comfortable enough to put something like that on their third floor balcony facing a main road.
Facing the streets of Arapahoe and 9th Street, the mannequin has been redressed but remains a public statement for passerbyers. Smith's exhibit will be on view for the next week, aiming to spark conversation about the injustices women face on a daily basis. I'm Sophie Inglesias with NewsTeam Boulder.
And that's all we have for you today on NewsTeam. I'm Adair Teuton.
And I'm Kelajanae. Have a great weekend, Bess.